that the response in the days and the weeks and even months after that storm was very large. I want to bring in Leslie Chapman because you actually got to sit down with some of those first responders who were on scene 20 years ago. They're reflecting on that day. What did they tell you?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was hundreds of first responders that were out here at the Eastbrook Mobile Home Park that day, but it was some tri-state firefighters that were the first ones to arrive on scene after that deadly tornado.
Hard to believe it's 20 years. It seems like it was yesterday.
It's a day that Dale Naylor will never forget. November 6th, 2005.
Myself and Chief Foreman were first on the scene. And, we had heard reports before we actually got there. And we knew it would be bad, but we had no idea, the magnitude of, the disaster that had taken place.
An EF3 tornado tearing through the Eastbrook Mobile Home Park in the early morning hours.
It was black. It was very eerie. We could hear gas lines spewing. Visibility wasn't very good, but it actually was calm.
Former Deputy Chief of the Knight Township Fire Department, Scott Foreman, now the Ohio Township Fire Chief, was also one of the first on the scene with Naylor.
It's surreal. I mean, the thing is, when we pull up, there's stuff flying out, there's stuff falling from the sky, which is just something, we knew we had something bad. We just didn't know how bad it was. It
wasn't until additional first responders arrived that Naylor and Foreman began to understand just how much destruction there was.
And we get there and we're like, oh, we got 10 to 12 trailers. This is manageable. We can handle this. When the first truck got there, I remember, one of the guys on the truck said, my cousin lives in the trailer park. Can I go check on her? And we said, like, yeah, sure, go ahead and check, go down and check on her. And the radio transmission back at that point was, he's like, it's gone. The southern part of the trailer park is all gone.
20 years later, it's days and weeks both men will never forget.
And there's probably not a day that goes by that, you really don't think about it. Those were our neighbors. That was our coverage area. We'd been in there so many times. It is tough, and it's it's one of those things that you can move on, but you never forget.
Now, there are several other things that were definitely difficult for those first responders when they were out here responding. One of those was that they were flooded with 911 calls. And the biggest thing is that they didn't know where people were. I mean, all of the street signs were gone. They described it, Naylor and Foreman, as the whole place being turned upside down. Now, they say that what they had to do instead for other first responders is they were drawing maps to just try to figure out where people were and rescue the survivors. Of course, it was a very awful day for them, and it was over 600 or nearly 600 firefighters that responded to the mobile home park that day.
Yeah, certainly a tough job for them. Thank you, Leslie. And